So what is a virus?
Well, it's an infectious agent that only has two parts, a coat composed of protein called the capsid, and inside the coat is the genome, which is the genetic material of the virus. The genome can be DNA or RNA.
Bacteriophages are viruses that infect bacteria, so yeah, they're really small. Plus, they come in three forms.
Icosahedral, filamentous, or headtail, which is a combination of icosahedral and filamentous, and is the one we'll be talking about today.
There are a few steps as to how bacteriophages replicate.
First step is attachment, when the virus attaches to a specific site on the cell membrane of the bacteria or host cell. This site on the host cell has receptors that the virus attaches to. A virus can only attach to a specific host. Think of a lock and key model. The next step is entry, where the nucleic acid inside the capsid of the virus enters the host cell. Head-tail bacteriophages directly insert their genome into the cell like an injection. This is where a bacteriophage can go down two paths, the lytic or lysogenic life cycles. In the lytic cycle, after the bacteriophage inputs its genome into the host cell, it immediately starts making copies of the viral genome and synthesizing viral proteins which float in the cytosol of the host cell. Through a process called maturation, the proteins and nucleic acid are packaged into virions, or new viruses, and are ready to exit. So, the virus starts the expression of proteins called lysine and holin that create holes in the cell's membrane and wall. The holes make water flow into the cell and the cell bursts. Then the virions escape and move on to other bacterial cells to infect. The host cell can be thought of as a cafe, and the virus as an evil person named Mindy. Mindy enters the cafe and uses its food and resources, referring to the enzymes of the virus, in order to replicate. When she replicates, these replicated bodies leave the cafe in pure destruction. They then move on to other cafes in order to repeat the cycle. However, in the lysogenic cycle, once the virus has inserted its genome into the host cell, it makes the genome a part of the host's DNA. The integrated viral genome is called a prophage. The prophage is not immediately replicated or expressed to make proteins. Even though it is not active, it replicates whenever the host replicates, meaning that the daughter cells of the host will have this viral genome in them. Under certain conditions, this prophage can become active after a period of dormancy, where it has been sitting in the host genome for some time. When a stress such as UV radiation is applied, the virus goes into the lytic cycle. Once again, virions are created and they break out of the cell in order to infect other bacterial cells. In this scenario, evil Mindy enters the cafe looking for a job. She gets the job and integrates well into the management of the cafe, referring to the genome of the cell. A while later into her job, she decides to make herself active due to an external factor. The cafe is closing down. She starts to use the cafe's resources in order to replicate. Once again, the replicated bodies destroy the cafe and move on.